Lesson 1, Defining Sociology and the Family. I want to start this lecture by going over the 5 pictures I have on the page. First is a picture of Bristol Palin and her boyfriend during the 2008 presidential election. Bristol was pregnant and unwed. She eventually had the baby and separated from her boyfriend. Second photo is of Richard and Mildred Loving, who were married in 1958 in the District of Columbia, having left their permanent residence in Virginia in order to get married. During this time, it was illegal in Virginia for two people of different racial backgrounds to get married. Upon their return, the police invaded their home and were charged of miscegenation, or interracial marriage. Miscegenation was a felony punishable by prison sentence between 1 and 5 years. According to the trial judge, Almighty God created the races, white, black, yellow, Malay, and red, and he placed them on separate continents. The fact that he separated the races shows that he did not intend for the races to mix. This is a picture of Homer Simpson proceeding over the marriage of two males. Much like the Loving case, the controversy surrounding homosexual marriages evoke religion and that God is the bearer of truth, and that this truth should be carried on by society through laws. On the bottom is a family picture of John and Kate Goslin. Kate was able to have multiple babies as a result of artificial insemination. Now this takes technology. Last, on top, is a photo of Eunice Johns, age 9, with her husband, Charlie Johns, age 22. I point to these photos to show that throughout history, what constitute as the right kind of marriage and family is dictated by current cultural beliefs of what is right and what is wrong. In sociology, our job is not to judge whether or not these relationships are right or wrong. Rather, we are here to analyze the environmental factors that allow these types of relationships to exist in the first place. Sociology, by definition, is the study of human behavior and interactions. One of the central tenets of sociology is that individual and group behavior is inextricably linked to society, meaning our behavior can be explained by certain sociological concepts such as one's social class, the time period they live in, religion, race, age, and level of education, just to name a few. Kate Goslin would not have had the opportunity to have this many children if she lived in the 1930s. Bristol Palin would probably be removed from society by having premarital sex. Our current laws would not have allowed Charlie Johns to have a 9-year-old bride. We learn in sociology that the level of education affects the number of children a woman will have, and that divorce rates are correlated with the strength of the overall economy. It is these patterns and phenomenon that we are going to study in this class. In studying family and sociology, what is exciting and at times scary is the idea that our intimate decisions are not as personal as we would like to think. We find that personal decisions, like who we're going to marry, are highly influenced by factors beyond our control for the most part. It's important to distinguish between sociology and psychology. One thing that needs to be highlighted is the difference between an individualistic explanation of people's behavior, which is psychology, and sociology, which attempts to look at social environments and categories to explain behavior. For example, in understanding divorce rates, a psychologist will focus on a person's mental state or that person's past experience. On the other hand, sociology will attempt to answer this question based on a person's social category such as race, gender, age, and macro structures such as current laws on divorce and stigma or acceptance of the practice.